Hi, my name's Gus Cameron, and I'm the owner of This Old Chopper. Welcome back to another week. This Old Chopper. We're doing okay. We're working on a Streetglide. Yeah, it's not a chopper, but that's okay. We're working on it. I want to show you something. My buddy fabricated. Let me flip it around and give you a little bit of a history lesson, and I'll show you what I got. So anybody that knows anything about choppers will know the term sugar bear. Sugar bear is a front end that a lot of chopper builders used, and his rockers, which are, let me turn the light on, right down there. Those are Sean, S&S Customs, that's his rocker, right there. On this 6-over Springer front end, right? So everybody knows what I'm talking about. Sean's rockers. And Sugar Bear is a very renowned chopper builder, parts builder, black guy in California who didn't get the recognition that he should have got for his unique design. So I've always said to myself, I'd like to come up with a rocker that's mine. Nobody's ever made a rocker like my rocker before, and I want something that's unique and just as nice as a Sugar Bear rocker, but not ripping off Sugar Bear, his design. So I've been thinking to myself that I always wanted something unique, and something different. It's always about being different, right? So I've been talking to Sean about this for a little while, and I came up with an idea. I'm just gonna cut it. Oh baby. So there you go, buddy. This is a rocker. This is where the axle goes. A little bit like that. So, thank you, Doug Britton. Thank you for the clock. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace. That was only 3 weeks ago, or less. Anyway, so there you go. Ain't that something? So, Sugar Bear's got their unique rockers. And I got my unique rocker. So I think that's goddamn cool. I think that's cool. Let's go over, let's take a little look-see and see what it looks like on the bike. I'm not going to put them on yet, but let's just have a little peekaboo. Okay, so here we go. Let's take it over and have a peekaboo on what it's going to look like. Heavy duty, holy crapola. Thick, powder coated, curved lightning bolt. All right, so this forward hole is for the axle, so that'll go like that. What's that look like? I think that looks freaking pretty cool. Ha! All right. There it is. Cool. So there you go. So Sugar Bear. I got something like a Sugar Bear. The other one's still wrapped up. Anyways, Sean did a nice job on them. And that's something for my chopper. I think that's going to be cool. All right, stick with me. Picked up a set of bolt cutters for $40. I got my push rod tubes exposed. I just got to get the courage to cut the push rods. The old elastic band and paper clip truck. Once I get them, I got to rotate the engine. I got to put this gear back on because this is what rotates. That's the crank. And in order to make the push rods go up and down, I got to rotate this, which rotates that. So I got to put the gear back on. Rotate the engine, rotate the tire, which is going to put these at top dead center. That's pretty loose. You want these loose. You want these on, nope, that one on the back is tight. This one here could probably be cut. You want them so that there's no pushing on the push rods. So it's in the most relaxed position, I guess you could say. All right, so yeah. All right, well, we'll get back at her. So the first thing I got to do is I want to mark these push rod tubes. And I went looking for a paint marker. You think I could find a paint marker? Not a chance. What is a paint marker? So I got whiteout. I think I'm going to put a dot on each one of the push rod tubes. Why not? Push rods, not tubes. And then I can see what it's doing. Then I can see if it's going up or if it's not going up. Because I got to get these off the lobe. I got to get these off the lobe. And you notice that I put the gear back on. So it's hard to turn this. I'm watching the front right now. Okay, that's going up. Coming down. Up. 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 Down. So that should be slack right there. That should be slack. Yep. Yep. So I should be able to take these and cut that. Do I want to do that right now? Oh. Yeah. I think I do. Let's see if I can make a mess here. Okay. Jesus, fucking long. Oops, sorry. They're long-handled bolt cutters. All right, so there's a little piece. And there's the other piece. And out comes, get the O-ring. O-ring is off. O-ring is right there. So there you go. That's how you do it, I guess. I don't know. Might as well cut the back one. It's just a bit tight. It's a bit tight right here. Bit tight. Okay. Okay. I'm on it. Okay. There's that part. Take that off. O-ring, yep. All right. Then this goes in here. It holds up the lifters. So I'm really close. I might have to take this off. This is something I put on. I might have to take that off. So I got to get them two back ones. So yeah, I get them cut, and I'm going to get this cam chest off. Bad. I don't know. Anyways, all right. Stay with me. So I got my little catch can taken off. I see that was rubbing. It was rubbing right there. I glue a piece of rubber on that. Yep. All right, so now I can get at them ones. I would say that did it. It's not quite in two pieces. It's close. There it is. Bottom piece. So that'd be the exhaust push rod. That would be the intake push rod. I got these bolt cutters off a guy named Mike. And he's got a 1973 Trans Am we were looking at the other day. Way cool. Way cool. Way cool. So thanks for the bolt cutters there, Mike. All right, so let's get that out of there. That's intake. Take that off. And there's the O-ring. That's how big the O-ring is. So I didn't get any O-rings off the rest of them. That's okay. Or did they have any? It's funny. See that? Take that out of there. That's a big O-ring right there. And I noticed the rest of them have no O-ring. So that tells me the O-ring is still up there. And there it is. And we'll just pick them out with a pick. You don't want double O-rings. Okay, so yeah, so there you go. So now I can take this gear back off, and this gear only goes on one way. Inside, so they told me that you line it up and you squish the chain together. And that's what it's supposed to look like. The two dots are aligned. In this gear, it looks like it's splined all the way around, but there's one spline that's fatter than the rest, and it's right there. My screwdriver is pointing at it, right there. And that corresponds to a big spline right there. This has got a flat, this has got a flat. So this flat goes with that flat, that thick spline goes with that thick spline. That's how you get everything timed together. But in order to get, you got to get these gears timed, and you got to line up them two dots just like that. So there you go. So I'm ready to pop this cam chest off. Then the cams are coming out. Then I'm going to work on the cam bearings. So we're getting there. All right, I'm going to take you all the way with me, all right? So these 4 bolts right here are for the oil pump. You don't need to take them out. You take this, and that to get the cam chest off. Then these 4 bolts take the oil pump off. This circlip will let the cams go. Once that cam goes, that one will go as well. That's what's going on. Ha! So I can see that I can't get my socket next to this one here. So it's a Torx. I believe it's a 27 Torx. I got a 27 right here. So let's take the, this is the tensioner, chain tensioner holder, I believe you would call that. Yeah. There we go. That was torqued in there. All right, I got a brand new ratchet up there. I should be using it. But it's too far to walk. Sorry. I can move that out of the way. There we go. Move that out of the way. Maybe put that back in there so I don't lose it. Yeah, that's a good idea, Gus. Holy shit, you're smart. All right, so yeah, so there we go. Yeah, you want to watch me do this, or I'll just fast forward it? Okay, I won't say nothing. I guess it's ready to come. Oh, I can see that's going to be a problem. Flopping all over the place. I need to reuse that. I got a new tensioner coming. No, I don't need to reuse that. I don't need that. Take the Torx, get that out of there. I got a new tensioner and holder coming, so I don't need it. Like I said, there's no markings on the cams, so they must be stock. Luke said maybe there's markings on the other side, but I can't see it, but maybe. We'll see what happens. All right, so here she comes. Do I take it off or what? There it is, boys and girls. There it is right there. That tensioner is what I want to see what it looks like. No numbers on the cams. Oh, there's a number right there. It looks like a Harley number. Anyway, so there's the oil pump. Be changing that out. I got a fueling oil pump coming. And so there you go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's an O-ring. That's important. That's the oil pump. That's the oil pump. So those are important. Anyways, another tip I saw, it's more on the breather up here. You got to screw a couple of bolts down, and if there's a little bit of oil, it's a blind hole. It doesn't have any opening at the end. And if it's got a little drop of oil in that hole, and you come down on the bolts, and all of a sudden you'll feel a bit of tension, then it'll go pop. And you go, oh, that's kind of weird, and you tighten it up. Well, guess what you just did? You just popped the bottom of the case. You just popped the bottom of the hole off. So what I'm going to do is all these bolt holes that have a bolt go in them, I'm going to make a little bit of compressed air. Make sure there's no oil. Because you know why? Because you can't compress a liquid. You can compress air, but you cannot compress a liquid. And if there's liquid in your hole and you're screwing a screw into it, you could either strip your threads out, or you could pop it out the other end, depending on how thick the end of the hole is. So note to self, don't do that. All right, so I'm going to take this tensioner off. That's what I wanted to see, and we'll be back. There you go. Okay. I broke it 3/16. I broke them loose. They were pretty damn tight. That's what I wanted to see. Geez, that's not bad at all. Wow. Not bad at all. They always said the inside one was worse. But, wow. Not bad at all. It's got some marks in it. Not deep at all. Not deep at all. Not deep. I don't even know if you can see that. Can you see that? All right, so anyways, stop leaning on the button, Gus, for freak's sakes. Okay, there's the holder. It's all nicely covered in oil, so that's good. Okay, we'll see what happens next. Here we go. So, this here tool and this here plate, I believe, is going to help me like they said, screw it in here first. Yeah. Whoops. So yeah, so screw it in here. I see, it only fixed in one hole. That's weird, eh? Huh. So now we got to figure out. It doesn't seem like the right size. So yeah, so these don't go in there. These must go in here. Yeah, that's the one. So this small one is too small. Comes with two of these things, eh? These bearing pullers. So this would be the one. And it's funny that the threads are, no, that goes in there. All right, so screw that in there. And then this gets pushed in. So this okay. All right, so this goes here. That's like that. You could almost freaking use the bolts that come out of there. That goes in there. I don't know. Do I want to F this up? All right, so that goes in there like that. I mean, I'm just winging it here. I'm not 100% sure I know what I'm doing. I really don't know. I could use a crescent wrench. I want to turn this a little bit. Okay, that's loose. Looser. All right. So this T-handle goes in here to expand the end of it. And obviously, if I had these all tight, I'd like to, I'd like to use the bolts. I think the bolts are better. Than these freaking things, because it seems like they're a little hard going in. holes are very tight. Ugh, Jesus, how come they're so tight? I gotta do my run out on my cam or my crank. Find out where that's at. Make sure that's loose so that plate will go tight up against the case. And I'm gonna run them bolts in there. It's on my ratchet. Let's get the ratchet. That's better. Better than them thumb wheels, them thumb screws. Better than them thumb screws. Should I leave that one in there or take it out? Let's take it out. I'm not a big fan of these thumb wheels. So, I believe these pieces go with putting in the, probably this one goes with putting in the bearings. I don't got the bearings yet, so okay, everything's still loose. Plate is up against the case. So that's all tight. Let's just make sure. Let's make sure. Yep. 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 All right, so now that pin is in there all the way. I should be able to run this. Oh, yeah. Do you think that's how you do it? I think I'll watch a video. I have a video of this kit. And see. Holy shit. Well, they're pressed in there, so it's going to be tough. Maybe I'll get the right size wrench for this. And instead of using a crescent. Okay, we'll be back. I got a 9/16 wrench. Oh, not wrong spot. You dummy. I think it's coming out. I'm 100% sure it's coming out. I should take the breather off. It's sort of in my way. But not bad. This works pretty good. Manual. It's coming. Look at that. How easy is that now? So I've been looking. I hate to have it this far apart and put the stock cams back in it. I mean, everybody loves to have cams, aftermarket cams in your bike, just for performance or whatever. Look at that. So let's take this apart and we'll show you what's going on. A little bit of noise. I guess I did it right. I don't know. We'll find out here. All right. Look at that. One bearing. Pull that out. Unthread this. Ain't that something? I'll show you what the difference is with the bearings, in case you don't know. There's cages in these bearings. So you can see, I don't know if you can, there's a space between the roller, that's cage. So when I get my new bearings, you'll see that it's all rollers. There's no cage. Can you see this? There's no cage between the rollers with the new bearings. And that's what you want. So wow, how good did that work? Not bad. I didn't even have to watch any instructions. All right, so we got one more to take out. Feels okay. And like I was saying earlier, I hate to put this back together with stock cams. They're right here. Stock cams. There's numbers on them right there. I can't read them. But it's upside down. Anyways, these are definitely stock because there's no numbers on the end. And wouldn't it be nice to put some aftermarket cams in this? Wouldn't be hard. Wouldn't be hard at all. I'm going to do a little shopping. I sort of got the nod from my wife. Well, if you got that far apart, you might as well, you know. Anyways, it's like the hip bone's connected to the leg bone's connected to the knee bone. Everything is connected, and you need to know when enough is enough. And I was quite happy with the stock cams, but wouldn't it be cool if I had maybe a little bit of performance cams? So we're going to do some shopping to see what we can come up with. Maybe my parts will be here next week, and I can start putting this back together. But in the meantime, I'm going to take that other cam bearing out of there and sit and wait for the mailman to arrive. Still battling a little bit of a cold. Hasn't quite left yet, but I'm sure it's soon to go. All right, stick with me, eh? Let's take out the other one. They did say in the video that I watched that you should put a little oil on this. Wouldn't hurt anything, I don't think. Make my hands a mess, but that's okay. This is the right size one. Yeah. Okay. You just push it in like that because it's got it's fingers. It's got slots, so they're a little bit bigger than the cam. Then you put this rod in there, and it holds the fingers out, which grabs the cam. So I just turn this out until the plate touches the case, like right about there. Bit of slack. And then I'm gonna put a bolt in. I don't like the thumb things. Where's the rest of them? Right here. I think that's the best way to do it. I guess I don't freaking know. I'm a marine engineer, not a freaking motorcycle engineer, and I'm a jack of all, I guess you could say. Let's run the ratchet for a second. This thing is so big. And it's got some torque. You don't want to frig around with it. Right. You can hurt yourself with this ratchet. You really, really can. Yeah. So I like to put the ratchet back on it. Make sure that's all loose. Make sure everything's tight. I don't want to F anything up, right? All right, so the T-bar, so that's already in there. So the T-bar, that expands the fingers, and then you use the wrench, start turning it out. And I know one thing, at the start, you feel that? That just popped. But once it starts coming, yeah. My hands is covered in oil, but it gets better and better. It gets better and better. Hopefully it's coming out. I'm not messing something up. Should be coming out. That air filter's still in the way. Should I check it or should I just keep going? Let's just keep going. Oh. I believe that's out. So now I'm going to run the ratchet again. So I sent a message to Fueling, where I bought my parts initially. My tensioners, my oil pump, my cam bearings, and a gasket set. Asking them about a cam. So I'll check my email here in a little while and see what they got to say. It's probably noisy, sorry. My buddy Luke said, never say sorry, just keep filming. So let's just keep filming. Okay. Let's see what I did. Look at that. One bearing. So that worked. This is a good tool. Pull the T-rod out. Then unscrew this arbor. This arbor has fingers on it. I'll show you in 2 seconds. We got a cam chest. It's got no bearings in it. I think that's a good thing because I've got bearings coming. This is I'm probably going to wrap it up after this because I've got everything done that I wanted to get done. I'm going to there's the bearing. Like I said, there's a cage between the rollers. You don't really want that. So here's the end of the extraction tool. When you put this rod in there, this T-handle, it expands this and grabs the bearing, pulls it out. Those two pieces. So when we put them in, I believe, not that one. Is it this one? Yeah. This one will be the one to push the bearings in. I hope. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, I'll be back. Right on, here we go. So I just looked at the video and it's like friggin' it's like 40 minutes long. Who's gonna watch a 40-minute video about me or what I'm doing? I don't know. So just one last thing to do. There it is. Picking out the O-rings. Picking out the O-rings. Sometimes they come out with the tubes. Sometimes they don't. I know I got there 3, and the 4th one is down here somewhere, or it's on the tube. It's on one of the tubes. So there you go. So we got the O-rings out of there, which is good. I should mention bare bone choppers, which is now bare bone baggers. Up near Georgian Bay, I called them looking for 777 cams, woods, and he suggested because of our exchange rate is so shitty that I should stick with buying in Canada, and I agree with him. So I ordered it from not Revzilla. What's the other one called? From Fort 9. So Fort 9, unfortunately, no veterans discount. So they about $6.29 with tax and free delivery over $49, which ain't too bad. When I started first looking, that was going to be about $6.29 at fueling for a set of cams, plus delivery. Delivery was $75 American the last time I ordered from them guys, plus whatever happens at the border. So there you go, Fort 9 coming from Montreal here next week. I got some SNS 510 cams, and the fellow I called, like I said, up near Georgian Bay, looking for Krager, was his name, looking for woods cams. He suggested the SNS 510 and get it through Canada. So I don't got any duties or bondage or border charges, and plus free shipping, Fort 9. So they're coming. All right, so let's wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check on a buddy. See you next time.